Many musicians, critics, and what have you list Les as Stravinsky's greatest work. Leonard Bernstein, Roger Sessions, Richard Taruskin. You've got two polar opposite instincts working in this piece. On one hand, you have this mechanistic, rhythmic, almost brutal, kind of primitive, metrical instinct. And then you've got this wild folk singing, these four soloists who are screaming and joking with each other and taunting and expressing their anxieties about their wedding, their anxieties about the first nuptial night. The choir who are basically playing the parts, playing the roles of the family, and all of this kind of collective anxiety that's also a celebration, and how these two opposites in terms of instrumental forces, in terms of musical forces, create this clash that's on one hand almost contradictory, on the other hand inevitable and completely compelling.
My piece is called American Engineer. It's for an ensemble of instruments, electronic percussion, and live video for 3D glasses. I found this film online from the mid-50s celebrating, glorifying American ingenuity and resolve. And I take both footage and audio from that and am manipulating it live, synchronized with what's happening in the instruments. A particular moment may have distorted imagery and distorted sound and distorted instrumental parts that I've written for. Another one may spatialize things differently using the 3D. Some notes will happen and an image will be close to you, other notes will happen and the image will be farther away from you. Something I really like in this piece is, because I have kind of a short attention span, is that sounds or images that may not be super interesting on their own become far more compelling when they're paired with something in another media simultaneously.
So the title of the piece is Phonophthora, which means sounding insect. And the inspiration of it is the sound of cicadas. So the piece is for 8 custom-made instruments and 4 disc clavier pianos. The computer sends a pulse, an voltage, to the printhead, and the printhead hits the cone, projecting the sound forward. So all 4 pianos are going to be completely damped with felt and rubber in the whole piece, and this is what it's going to sound like. Everything needs to be created with rhythm from a stream of pulses. So when I started working with Don Radke's printheads, I was very skeptical about what I could do with them. But now, after working for a couple of years with them, I'm actually pretty impressed about how much sound and how much richness of timbre you can achieve. They actually sound like swarms of cicadas